Mike Tyson's story is one of struggle, triumph, and ultimately, redemption. Born in Brooklyn, New York in 1966, his early life was marked by poverty and hardship. Raised by a single mother, Tyson never knew his biological father. Life in the tough neighborhood of Brownsville was a constant battle. Tyson's childhood was far from idyllic. He endured relentless bullying for his lisp and high-pitched voice. This constant torment left deep emotional scars on the young Tyson. He turned to petty crime, finding himself on the wrong side of the law from a young age. By 13, Tyson had been arrested numerous times, and was no stranger to juvenile detention centers. His future seemed bleak, destined for a life behind bars. However, fate had other plans for the troubled youth. It was within the walls of a reform school that Tyson's life took an unexpected turn. His raw strength and aggression, often getting him into trouble, caught the attention of a counselor. This encounter would change the course of his life forever. Recognizing Tyson's potential, the counselor introduced him to the world of boxing, a world that would soon become his refuge. It was here, in the sweat and grit of the boxing gym, amidst the sounds of gloves hitting bags and the shouts of trainers, that Tyson finally found an outlet for his anger and frustration, a place where he could let go of his inner demons. Boxing became his sanctuary, a place where he could channel his raw energy into something constructive, something that gave him purpose. Tyson's talent was undeniable. He possessed a ferocity and power rarely seen in someone so young, a natural ability that set him apart. His punches were like thunderbolts capable of ending a fight in an instant, leaving his opponents and spectators in awe. It wouldn't be long before his abilities attracted the attention of a man who would become his savior and mentor, Cus D'Amato, a figure who would change his life forever. Cus D'Amato was a legendary boxing trainer, a man who understood the complexities of the human spirit as much as the sweet science of boxing. He had a unique ability to see beyond the surface. He saw in Tyson not just a fighter but a wounded soul yearning for guidance, someone who needed more than just training. D'Amato took Tyson under his wing, becoming his legal guardian and dedicating himself to honing Tyson's raw talent, shaping him into a disciplined athlete. Under D'Amato's tutelage, Tyson blossomed. He learned discipline, strategy, and technique, transforming from a raw talent into a skilled boxer. D'Amato instilled in him a belief in himself, teaching him to harness his aggression and use it to his advantage, turning his weaknesses into strengths. Tyson was no longer just a troubled youth, he was becoming a force to be reckoned with, a rising star in the world of boxing, ready to take on any challenge that came his way. Tyson's ascent in the boxing world was nothing short of meteoric. From a troubled youth to a disciplined fighter, his journey was marked by sheer determination and an unyielding will to succeed. He tore through his opponents with a relentless fury that captivated audiences worldwide. Each match was a testament to his raw power and unbridled aggression. His power was awe-inspiring, his speed electrifying. Tyson's ability to combine these attributes made him a formidable opponent in the ring. He became a knockout artist, his fights often ending with a single, devastating blow. His opponents rarely stood a chance once they felt the full force of his punches. In 1986, at the age of 20, Tyson achieved what many thought impossible. He became the youngest heavyweight champion in history, a record that still stands today. He defeated Trevor Berbick to become the youngest heavyweight champion in history. This victory was not just a win, it was a statement to the world that a new era in boxing had begun. The boxing world was in awe. Iron Mike Tyson, as he was now known, had arrived. His presence was felt both inside and outside the ring. Tyson's dominance continued. He unified the heavyweight division, defeating James Smith and Tony Tucker to hold all three major championship belts. His reign was marked by an unbroken string of victories. His fights became global events, millions tuning in to witness the spectacle of his power. Tyson was not just a boxer, he was a phenomenon. He was a global icon, his face plastered on magazine covers and endorsements. Tyson's influence extended beyond the sport, making him a household name. Tyson had achieved what he craved most, respect and recognition. He was celebrated not just for his victories, but for his journey from adversity to triumph. He had risen from the depths of despair to the pinnacle of sporting achievement. His story was one of redemption and relentless pursuit of greatness. But his reign at the top would be short-lived. The pressures of fame and the weight of his past began to take their toll. The demons of his past were never truly gone, and they were about to resurface with a vengeance. Tyson's journey, filled with highs and lows, was far from over. Behind the facade of invincibility, Tyson was struggling. The death of his beloved mentor, Cus D'Amato, had left a void in his life. He was surrounded by yes-men, enablers who fueled his insecurities and paranoia. Tyson's behavior became increasingly erratic, his personal life plagued by scandals and legal troubles. In 1990, in a stunning upset, Tyson was defeated by James "Buster" Douglas, losing his world titles and his aura of invincibility. The loss sent shockwaves through the boxing world. It was a sign that Tyson was vulnerable, that the seemingly invincible champion could bleed. Tyson's life spiraled further out of control. He was accused of assault, his behavior becoming increasingly self-destructive. In 1992, he was convicted of rape and sentenced to 6 years in prison. The world watched in disbelief as the once unstoppable champion fell from grace. Prison was a harsh reality check for Tyson. Stripped of his fame and fortune, he was forced to confront the consequences of his actions. It was a time for introspection, for Tyson to come to terms with the demons that had haunted him for so long. Section 5. Behind Bars. A time for reflection. Life behind bars was a far cry from the lavish lifestyle Tyson was accustomed to. The stark contrast between his former life of opulence and his new reality was jarring. Gone were the entourage, the mansions, and the adoring fans. The silence of his empty mansion was replaced by the constant noise of prison life. He was just another inmate, stripped of his celebrity status. The isolation was palpable and the days were long and monotonous. Yet in the confines of his cell, Tyson found something he had been searching for: peace. The solitude gave him a chance to think deeply about his life and choices. He began to read voraciously, devouring books on history, philosophy, and religion. These books became his escape, his way of understanding the world and his place in it. He embraced Islam, finding solace and guidance in its teachings. The rituals and prayers provided him with a structure and a sense of purpose. Tyson began to understand the destructive path he had been on, the pain he had inflicted on himself and others. He started to see the consequences of his actions more clearly. Prison, for all its hardships, offered Tyson a chance for rehabilitation. He participated in various programs, learning new skills and gaining insights into his behavior. He had time to reflect on his life, to confront his demons, and to start the long process of rebuilding himself. Journaling became a daily habit, helping him process his thoughts and emotions. He emerged from prison a changed man, humbled by his experiences and determined to make amends for his past. The journey ahead was uncertain, but he was ready to face it. The world that greeted Tyson upon his release was a different one from the one he had left behind. The pace of life had quickened, and the faces were unfamiliar. He was no longer the invincible champion, the box office draw he once was. The boxing world had moved on, and new champions had taken his place. But Tyson was determined to prove that he was more than just a cautionary tale. He threw himself into training, pushing his body and mind to their limits. He was ready to rewrite his narrative, to show the world that redemption was possible. His story was far from over, and he was committed to making the most of his second chance. Section 6. Rebuilding a Life, the Road to Redemption. Tyson's return to boxing was met with mixed reactions. Some saw it as a desperate attempt to recapture past glory, while others recognized his genuine desire for redemption. He won his first 2 fights back but was disqualified in a bout against Evander Holyfield for biting his opponent's ear. The incident seemed to confirm the doubts of those who believed he was incapable of change. However, Tyson persevered. He continued to fight, showcasing glimpses of his former brilliance. He became a more controlled fighter, relying on his boxing skills rather than sheer aggression. While he never again reached the heights of his championship years, Tyson's willingness to confront his demons, both inside and outside the ring, earned him a newfound respect. Tyson's journey of redemption extended beyond the boxing ring. He made amends with those he had wronged, publicly expressing remorse for his past actions. He became an advocate for second chances, using his platform to speak out against injustice and to inspire others to overcome their own personal struggles. Section 7. Finding Peace, a Changed Man. In his later years, Tyson found peace in unexpected places. He became a vegan, crediting the lifestyle change with improving his health and well-being. He embraced meditation and mindfulness, finding solace in inner peace. He even launched a successful cannabis business, advocating for the plant's medicinal properties. Tyson's transformation was complete. The once fearsome fighter had evolved into a gentle giant, a man comfortable in his own skin. He spoke openly about his struggles with mental health, becoming an advocate for greater understanding and compassion. He used his experiences to connect with others, sharing his story to inspire hope and healing. Tyson's journey from troubled youth to redeemed elder statesman is a testament to the resilience of the human spirit. He proved that it is never too late to change, to learn from one's mistakes, and to find redemption. His story is a beacon of hope, demonstrating that even from the darkest of places, light can emerge. Section 8. Iron Mike, a Legacy Forged in Fire. Mike Tyson's legacy is complex and multifaceted. He will forever be remembered as one of the most electrifying boxers of all time, his ferocious fighting style captivating audiences worldwide. Yet, his career is also marked by controversy, his personal struggles often overshadowing his achievements in the ring. But Tyson's story is about more than just boxing. It is a story of resilience, redemption, and the power of the human spirit to overcome adversity. He rose from the depths of poverty and despair to achieve unimaginable fame and fortune, only to lose it all and then rebuild his life on his own terms. Tyson's willingness to confront his demons both publicly and privately has earned him admiration and respect from those who once judged him harshly. He has become a symbol of hope, demonstrating that it is never too late to change, to seek forgiveness, and to find peace. Section 9. Beyond the Ring, Inspiration and Advocacy. Today, Mike Tyson is a far cry from the volatile figure who once struck fear into the hearts of his opponents. He is a loving husband and father, a successful businessman, and an advocate for mental health awareness. He uses his platform to inspire others, sharing his story of struggle and redemption with honesty and vulnerability. Tyson's journey is a reminder that everyone deserves a second chance, that redemption is possible for even the most troubled souls. His story is a testament to the transformative power of self-reflection, forgiveness, and the unwavering belief in the possibility of change. Mike Tyson's legacy, once defined by chaos and controversy, is now one of hope, resilience, and the enduring power of the human spirit.